a country where beef isn't eaten, meaning no backyard barbecues, where there are over 1 billion people, and which could dominate the world in the next 50 years. India is located in the southern region of Asia, occupying most of the Indian subcontinent. To the north, it borders Nepal, Tibet, an autonomous region of China, Bhutan, and Pakistan. To the west, it borders Pakistan. To the east, it borders Bangladesh and Myanmar. To the south, it is surrounded by the Indian Ocean, giving it an extensive coastline. India boasts an impressive diversity of terrain, from the towering Himalayas in the north to the coastal plains in the south. The Himalayas, with some of the world's highest mountains, form India's northern border and include peaks like Mount Everest. Additionally, there are central plateaus such as the Deccan Plateau, and fertile plains like the Gangetic Plains. India is blessed with a number of major rivers, of which the Ganges River is the most prominent. It plays a vital role in Indian culture and daily life. Other important rivers include the Yamuna, Brahmaputra, and the Indus River. There are also numerous lakes, with Chilika Lake in Odisha being one of India's largest coastal lakes. India's climate varies significantly from region to region. In the north, there are temperate and alpine climates due to the presence of the Himalayas. In the northern plains, the climate is predominantly continental, with hot summers and cold winters. In coastal regions, the climate is tropical, with high temperatures and humidity for much of the year. Southern India experiences a tropical monsoon climate, with summer monsoons bringing abundant rainfall. India is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world, with an impressive variety of flora and fauna. It hosts diverse landscapes, from tropical forests to arid deserts. There are several protected areas such as national parks and wildlife reserves, which are home to a variety of species including tigers, elephants, leopards, rhinoceroses, and a myriad of birds and plants. In India, there are several interesting facts. Did you know they don't eat beef? In India, some animals are considered sacred, such as the cow, elephant, and monkey. They are treated with respect and reverence by the population, and their presence is common in the streets and temples of the country. Can you imagine not eating that cooked meat or barbecue? Kinda sad, isn't it? Additionally, India is considered the birthplace of yoga and meditation, ancient practices that promote physical and mental well-being. Various yoga and meditation centers scattered throughout the country attract practitioners from around the world. India is considered the cradle of some of the world's major religions, such as Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. The country is filled with temples, monasteries, and sacred sites that attract pilgrims and visitors from around the world in search of peace and spiritual enlightenment. Additionally, in India, more than 1,600 languages are spoken, and each region has its own unique traditions and customs. And why is India so exotic? To understand this, we need to understand how the current Indian civilization emerged. The civilization of India is extremely ancient, and between 3,300 and 3,300 years before Christ, the Indus Valley civilization flourished, one of the oldest in the world. Its well-planned cities, such as Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, indicate a high level of urban development and undeciphered writing systems. Between 1500 and 500 BC, the Vedic period occurred, during which the Vedas, Hindu religious texts, were composed. Society was divided into castes, and the dominant religion was Hinduism. Founded by Chandragupta Maurya, the Maurya Empire reached its zenith under the rule of his grandson, Ashoka, who reigned from 268 to 232 BC. Ashoka is known for his conversion to Buddhism and his efforts to spread Buddhist teachings throughout the Indian subcontinent. The Gupta Empire is considered a golden age in Indian history, known for its artistic, scientific, and cultural flourishing. During this period, there were significant advancements in mathematics, science, medicine, and the arts. From the 6th century onwards, India was invaded by successive foreign empires, such as the White Huns, Arabs, and Turks. This led to the collapse of unified empires and the emergence of various regional states. Founded by Babur in 1526, the Mughal Empire established one of the greatest empires in India. Under Mughal rulers like Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan, and Aurangzeb, there were advancements in art, architecture, and administration. The Taj Mahal is a notable example of Mughal architecture. The British East India Company gained control over vast parts of India after the Battle of Plassey in 1757. In 1858, the British Crown assumed direct control of India, establishing British Raj. This period saw resistance movements, such as the Sepoy Rebellion in 1857, and the struggle for independence led by figures like Mahatma Gandhi. India achieved independence from British rule in 1947, following a long movement of non-violent resistance led by the Indian National Congress and figures like Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru. Independence resulted in the division of the country country into two independent states, India and Pakistan, based on religious lines, leading to one of the largest population displacements in history. Since independence, India has faced challenges such as building a robust democracy, economic development, poverty reduction, improving education and health, as well as ethnic and religious conflicts. Despite the challenges, India has emerged as a regional and global power with a growing economy, a diverse society, and a rich and vibrant culture. India is currently proving to be an economic powerhouse and a potential candidate to become the third or even the second largest economy in the world. The currency of India is the Indian rupee, and $1 equals 84 Indian rupees. Agriculture plays a crucial role in the Indian economy, employing a large portion of the population and contributing significantly to the GDP. Major crops include rice, wheat, cotton, sugarcane, jute, and many others. India has a diverse industry, including manufacturing, mining, construction, energy, and technology. Key industrial sectors include automobiles, chemicals, pharmaceuticals, textiles, information technology, and software services. The service sector is a crucial part of the Indian economy and has seen significant growth in recent decades. It encompasses a wide range of activities such as information technology, financial services, tourism, education, healthcare, and communications. In recent decades, India has emerged as one of the fastest-growing economies in the world, with annual economic growth rates consistently above the global average. This growth has been driven by economic reforms, foreign investments, an expanding information technology sector, and a growing domestic market. However, despite rapid growth, India still faces major challenges such as poverty, income inequality, underdeveloped infrastructure, and bureaucracy. India's financial system is complex and diverse, with commercial banks, non-banking financial institutions, capital markets, insurers, and other financial intermediaries. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, acts as the country's central bank, regulating and overseeing the financial system. India has an active stock market, known as the Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE, and the National Stock Exchange of India, NSE, where Indian and foreign companies are listed and traded. India is a trade-oriented economy, with a substantial volume of international trade. Its major exports include pharmaceuticals, automobiles, information technology, chemicals, textiles, and gemstones. It imports a variety of goods such as crude oil, electronics, machinery, and manufactured products. India has actively sought free trade agreements and economic partnerships with various nations and regional blocs to boost trade and investment. Currently, India is the fifth largest economy in the world, and in the coming years it may even become the third largest economy in the world with all the growth the country has been experiencing. And why has the country been growing so much? Well, because India has the second largest population in the world, with around 1.4 billion people, and over 65% of this population is composed of young people under the age of 35. This vibrant demographic represents a huge potential for a skilled workforce and an expanding consumer market. Additionally, since the 1990s, India has been implementing economic reforms that have streamlined the business environment and opened up the market to foreign investments. This has generated greater competitiveness, attracted international capital, and driven growth in various sectors. India has become a major global hub for information technology services, outsourcing, and customer service. This expertise, combined with skilled labor and competitive costs, has attracted multinational companies and boosted sector growth. The Indian government has been heavily investing in building highways, railways, ports, and airports, modernizing the country's infrastructure and facilitating production flow and logistics. India has an expanding education system, focusing on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM. This ensures the availability of skilled labor to meet labor market demands and drive innovation. Additionally, India has been forging trade agreements with various countries and economic blocs, expanding its access to new markets and boosting exports. Some say that in the next 50 years, it will be the Indians who will dominate the world due to their high population and production capacity. However, India doesn't only thrive on positive facts. It is estimated that 175 million Indians lack access to safe drinking water, making them vulnerable to diseases such as diarrhea, cholera, and dysentery. Over 600 million Indians live without access to basic sanitation, leading to water contamination and disease proliferation. India generates about 380 million tons of solid waste per year, of which only 20% are collected and properly treated. The rest pollutes the environment and poses a risk to public health. Malnutrition is a serious problem in India, especially among children under 5. It is estimated that 35% of Indian children are underweight for their height, and 46% are anemic. Diseases such as tuberculosis tuberculosis, malaria, HIV, and AIDS continue to be major challenges for public health in India. Infant mortality rate in India is still high, with 35 deaths per 1,000 births. The main causes of death are respiratory diseases, diarrhea, and neonatal infections. India has one of the lowest numbers of doctors and nurses per capita in the world. This means that many people, especially in rural areas, lack access to adequate health care. Health costs in India can be prohibitive for many people, especially for the poorest. This leads many people to postpone or avoid necessary medical treatment. Access to health care in India varies greatly according to income, location, and other socioeconomic factors. The poorest and most marginalized people often have access to the worst health care. Poverty is one of the main determinants of health in India. Poor people often live in precarious conditions, with limited access to clean water, sanitation, and health care. Women in India generally have less access to education, health, and job opportunities than men. This makes them more vulnerable to a range of health problems. Lack of awareness about health and hygiene issues is a common problem in India. This can lead to unhealthy practices, such as not washing hands or consuming contaminated water. It's quite common for foreigners visiting India to see people cooking outdoors and preparing food for live selling. The worst part is that hygiene is minimal. You've probably seen some memes on the internet showing how food is made in India. I believe that we here in America, and the West in general, wouldn't last a week in India. We would certainly end up with stomach aches because we're not accustomed to the lack of hygiene in Indian food. Now tell me, would you eat food in India prepared outdoors? Comment below. India hosts a variety of ethnicities, resulting in a wide range of skin tones, hair colors, and textures. Generally, Indian women tend to have dark, straight hair, brown eyes, and skin ranging from light olive to deep brown. Traditional attire varies according to region and religion. The sari, a long fabric wrapped around the body, is an iconic cultural symbol. Other common outfits include the salwar kameez, a long tunic with pants, and the lehenga, a long skirt with blouse and shawl. Indian women often wear jewelry such as necklaces, earrings, bracelets, and rings, often made of gold, silver, or gemstones. The bindi, a colored dot on the forehead, is a relevant cultural and religious accessory. Indian women are known for their strength and resilience, facing challenges with bravery and perseverance. They play important roles in family and community, demonstrating inner strength and adaptability. Spirituality permeates the lives of many Indian women, with diverse beliefs and religious practices present. They may find comfort and strength in faith, seeking guidance and inner peace. Family is central in Indian culture, and women play a crucial role in family unity and well-being. They are dedicated caregivers, nurturing strong bonds with their children, parents, and siblings. Indian families can be extensive, with multiple generations living under the same roof. Women are often the central figures organizing family life, caring for the elderly, educating children, and managing the household. Marriage is an important institution in Indian society, and women usually marry within their religion and caste. The role of women after marriage varies according to family and region, but she generally takes on responsibility for the home and children. Female literacy rates in India have been increasing, but there are still significant disparities. Access to formal education for girls is still a challenge in some areas, but more and more women are seeking opportunities for learning and professional development. Indian women are a diverse and complex group, with unique characteristics that shape them as individuals and contribute to the rich culture of the country. Their strength, resilience, spirituality, and devotion to family are just some of the qualities that define them. If you're interested in visiting India, here are some prices to keep in mind. The cost of monthly groceries can range from $25 to $40 for a single person. If you eat out frequently, the monthly food cost can range from $60 to $120 per month. Rice costs 60 cents per kilogram, milk also costs 60 cents per liter, and chicken costs $2 per kilogram. So, we see that food is very cheap in India for us in the West. As for rent, in the capital it can range from $250 to $500. However, in smaller cities, you can find it for $120 or even less. Accommodation is cheap there. You can find luxury accommodations in the capital New Delhi for $10 a day. It's surreal. It seems like a lie, but it's not. India is a fascinating country with an extraordinary culture, with many curiosities, many opportunities, but also many challenges. Additionally, they have very beautiful women, family-oriented women, with good customs, but they also face quite a few challenges. What do you think about visiting India? Comment below. I'll wrap it up here. Until the next video.